You see often videos out of Gaza of people. I saw a video of a group of women, women just gathered together. Some of them were actually girls, some of them were women. They were gathered together on like a heap of rubble, and they were reviewing the Quran, reciting the Quran, and memorizing the Quran together. And I said, Subhanallah, with everything that's happening around them, they're just beautifully dedicated to the Quran. And then you see other videos of children and elders, gathering together for salah on the rubble of a masjid that is there, not was there, that is there. Maybe the physical structure was broken, but was demolished, but the masjidiyah, the actual place of sujood, is still there. So they set up their little rugs and they pray, and you see young and old reciting the Quran. And then something hit me. The people of Palestine, they're an oppressed people. Undeniably, they're an oppressed people. And we know that oppressed people, da'watul mazlumi la yurad. The dua, the supplication of the oppressed is not rejected. So can I ask you a question? Haven't the people of Gaza been making dua for 80 years? And I'm sure they've made dua for the end of the occupation, for the end of the brutalization, for the end of the abuse, for the end of the death, for the end of the destruction, for the end of the theft of their lands. I'm sure they've made that dua, correct? And one can say superficially, well, the dua is not being accepted. So let me ask you a question. If that's been their experience, why is it? I read Shaykh Omar Suleiman, he posted something about 60,000 huffaz. 60,000. I don't quote me on this, but I quickly read a post, so don't quote me. But he posted something like 60,000 huffaz, 60,000 of those who memorized the Quran in Gaza were killed. And I said, Subhanallah, look at all these people, girls, women who are gathering together in the midst of this death and destruction, and they're coming to the book of Allah, and they're reading the Quran, and they're standing up in salah, and they're making dua, and the world around them is quote unquote crumbling. It's crumbling, but their conviction and their devotion only magnifies. Why is that the case? Like if the worldly payoff is not there, like my worldly circumstances are not changing, they're not getting better. So why would these millions of people in Palestine continue to commit themselves to Allah in this way? Continue to be devout in this way? Why? Because it's iman billah and it's ihtisab. Ahtasibu amri indallah. What people don't understand, who are superficially watching from afar, is that their anticipation and their certainty and their knowledge is that God rewards. Allah rewards. And so it's not about the reward being in the dunya. The transaction is not dunyawi. It's not dunya based. It's ukhrawi. It's about the akhirah. I continue to devote myself with prayer and fast and worship and Quran and dua, and not stop making dua, or no, I only increase in my dua. Why? Because imanan wa ihtisaban. I have deep faith and conviction, and I have deep hope and anticipation and certainty with the reward of God.